Hello to friends and welcome to my channel. In this video I will share with you an unboxing first look of a new petrified fish knife that I got. And as I mentioned in one of my previous videos, I was waiting for this knife to come in, and finally it did. It takes a little bit longer time from China to Europe, but I cannot complain. So this will be the new petrified fish PFP05, or also called Deepsea. Finally, as you can see here, Petrified Fish does label their boxes, and as far as I can feel the content, they are limited on how long a knife they can produce because of these boxes. So maybe in the future, if they would like to make something larger, then they have to switch boxes. But here we have the Petrified Fish sticker. The new version of the microfiber cloth with the logo, the knife itself, and we are getting also body screws and a silica packet. So this is how I like to have my knife packaged up, minimalistic, but also few bonuses that are certainly well appreciated. Those microfiber cloths are always good to have in an abundance, and having a spare screws if you are disassemble knife and maintaining it, then at some point maybe you will strip a screw, and then it is good to have a replacement. They will not replace, they will not have a pivot screw, but it is what it is. Better have something than nothing. And I rather don't have any extra bonuses to not waste money on. So I can say that Petrified Fish does offer a huge value, and they will give you the most of the money into the knife itself and not into the accessories and bonus content that they had, like some companies are putting into the packaging. Okay, so the Deepsea, as you can see, is a really nicely ergonomically designed knife. Let me give you the specifications. So we have a overall length of 22.3 centimeters, that is 8.8 inches. So we have a nice full-size knife here. The blade is 9.4 centimeters or 3.7 inches. The blade width is 3.1 centimeter or 2.1 inches. The thickness is 3.2 millimeters or 0.12 inches. The handle is 12.8 centimeter long or 5 inches, with a thickness of 1.6 centimeter, 0.6 inches. That is without measuring the pocket clip. So on the blade, we have K110, which is a bowler's equivalent of D2 or X15-3 CRMOV12. Lots of companies are making the D2 by now. This is a venerable, really old steel. So I did some research on it, and the first patent was claimed in 1928. So since then it came a really long way, and yeah, lots of companies are using it by now. There is also a couple of German versions. There, of course, Japanese, and also Denmark produces a spray version which is called PSF27, if you know about that steel. So it is a better and more refined variant of the D2, and also in 2007 there was a significant improvement while making the CPN D2, which is a powder metallurgy steel. So basically the carbides are getting smaller, and then therefore the edge retention is better, and also a little bit of the toughness, which this is not that a tough steel, but nice. It has a corrosion resistance, of course, but it's a carbon steel, so be careful with that. But on this one, Petrified fish did take care of it, and they give us a really nice, which is some kind of a Cerakote or black coating on the blade. There is also a version with a satin finish. So on the handles we have another variant of micarta. This time Petrified fish are giving us a really nice linen type of micarta, which is the finest if we are not taking into consideration the paper micarta, which is basically layers of paper and epoxy resin. So yeah, really nicely, and I'm really happy to see that more companies are venturing out just beyond the standard canvas type of micarta and giving us something different. The blade has this really beautiful trailing clip point style of a blade with a full flat grounded. Liners are stainless steel, skeletonized and also black coated for maximum corrosion resistance. And overall, I must say that the team beyond the team of the knife, Deepsea, definitely makes it true to the name of it. Everything looks nicely and coated, so the steel will be as corrosion resistant as possible. Okay, so for the pocket clip, we have just a traditional banded pocket clip, which is unfortunately heat treated, so it is very stiff. So keep that in mind. Somebody will say that this is a good thing to have because it will not fall out to your pocket. Then of course it can be a little bit problematic to take it out and in a hurry, but we will test it out in a few minutes. We also have a decent lanyard hole, so if you like to carry a bead on your knife, so definitely you can do so. Backspacer is a small partial backspacer, also made out of a linen micarta, a little bit of a jimping right there, also on the top, and the flipper is also jimped. So opening method, we have only one, that is the flipper. The pivot assembly, it rides on caged ball bearing washer, so nicely and smooth. Will close without any problems. Let's see the centering. Yeah, looks like really nice. Action is also really nice and smooth out of the box. Okay, let's see the sharpness. Yeah, really nice and sharp out of the box, so well done, Petrified fish. Also on this one we have almost completely sterile knife right there, so I cannot see any kind of markings of the model number or the name. There is something on the, sorry about that. So there we have it. So there is the model number and the steel, and there the logo is on the pivot screw. So really minimal the reverse grip looks also really nice. You can position your finger in the ice pick style of a grip. They also give you a really nice finger choil. I would say probably this is a sharpening choil, but let's try it out. So yes, you can put your finger right there, but be careful because the sharpened edge starts right at the edge right there. So okay, so now let's see the pocket profile. How will the pocket clip behave? As I expected, you had to push a little bit harder, but then of course the micarta is nice and smooth underneath, so it should be no problem. It should not rip your jeans or trousers, but But keep that in mind, that is a really strong and stiff pocket clip. I don't know why they didn't go with some kind of bended over style or deep carry. The design would be really nice for that, but yeah, it is what it is. Now let's see few size comparisons, but before that let me tell you that the weight is 134.4 grams or 4.7 ounces. And Petrified Fish does make 6 variants of this knife, as currently when I was reviewing this knife, or when I purchased it. So we have 2 G10 variants with carbon fiber bolsters. Then there are 2 variants with carbon fiber scales plus twill carbon fiber bolsters, and 2 variants with the brown micarta. One is satin and one is black, and this goes for all the previous versions of it also. Price wise, you are looking at around $50 for the micarta, 54 for the G10, and 64 for the CF carbon fiber. For my friends in Europe, you should be expecting to pay around 58 for the carbon fiber, 62 for the G10, and 74 for CF. But please keep in mind, Petrified Fish does make on a regular basis so sales with discount. So if you wait, you can definitely save up a little bit money on them. Now let's see the size comparison with some other knives. So previously, when I mentioned this knife, was when I made the Bestech Swift video. So here's the Bestech Swift. It is a older design, a older knife from Bestech, but when I firstly saw this knife, my mind automatically did go to the Bestech Swift, because they have a similarly styled blade shape. The handles are a little bit different. As you can see, the Petrified Fish has a more pronounced finger guard or finger choil than the Bestech Swift has. Also, Bestech Swift has these 10 canvas micarta scales, but with a superior pocket clip, in my opinion. And then, of course, the Petrified Fish, in my opinion, has a much prettier micarta scale variant, but they are 2 different styles of micarta. The Bestech Swift, it also comes in different styles of handle material, so a few colors of G10, and it is also a really fast firing flipper. Price wise, to compare this, the Bestech Swift is maybe around $10 more expensive, but it depends on where and when are you buying this knife, of course. So, but certainly on par with these two. So if I would have to choose one of these, I would probably go with the Petrified Fish, just because of the aesthetic styling, and I like more brown, or more brown towards reddish colors of micarta. But as far as EDC goes, then probably the Bestech Swift would be winning, because it has a much better pocket clip. So it's a pleasure to take it out and put it in your pocket. And probably the only downside between these two is, of course, the blade finish. The Bestech has also D2, so this should be comparably the same material wise, steel wise, but this version has completely exposed surface. Yes, it is a nice bell satin finish, but then of course this is a semi-stainless steel, so be very careful. This could rust on you very quickly if you don't take care of it. Okay, so now let's see a few size comparisons. So here is the Tucson 159M. I hope I did not. Yeah, it should be 159M. It's also a really nice trailing clip point. Previously shown, this is the Petrified Fish Viking. It's also a really nice, almost straight back style blade. And this was the previously used on most of the models type of micarta. So this is a canvas and this is the linen. So you see the differences. Both are really nice micarta. So Petrified Fish does a really good job on selecting their micarta. Okay, so here is the concept Hazakure designed by Max Kachuk. Something in between a clip point, a straight back design, and also should be considered as a Tento variant. As far as budget goes, I have here the Tuna Fire or Free Tiger or Kessivo, different brand names. This is the model number 956. Definitely check it out. A great all-around knife for around $25 to $27 D2 canvas micarta. Yeah. And from Best Techman, I have also here the newcomer, the Dundee. So this is their let's say a value, budget value priced series that they're making, and they were the first to use this really nice linen type of micarta. I don't know where they are sourcing it from, probably China, but who knows. But definitely I would like to see more knives in these two in this type of canvas, the linen type of micarta. Okay, so let's continue. Here is the Paramilitary 2. Large grip lane from Benchmade. CGRB Feldspar, the full size one. Benchmade bug out. Red Model 1. Kaiserberg Lighter 2. This one also sports a really nice linen type of micarta scales. The Spyderco Endura 940 from Benchmade. Rough Rider Peanut. Ace Grand Giant Mouse. $710 from Benchmade. And let's close it down with the K-Bar Dozer Folding Hunter. So overall, I must say this is yet another beautiful item that Petrified Fish did produce, and I'm really happy to have one in my collection. Maybe in the future, if somebody from Petrified Fish does see this video, change the pocket clip to something, let's say you already have, like on this Viking and make it not heat treated, so that this has a little bit flex to it, and you will be golden. Okay, so this was the petrified fish, PFP05 Deepsea. If you have any questions, please comment down below. I'm more than happy to reply as soon as I can, of course. If you are a subscriber, thank you very much. Big thumbs up to you. And if you are not a subscriber, then please consider subscribing to not miss any future videos. With that being said, I wish you a wonderful day. Stay safe and see you soon. Bye.